Hi, it's Ariel here. I wanted to just speak a little bit about what seems to be the theme of my world right now, and I'm imagining that many of you can relate to this, which has to do with just being in a world where there's a lot of change happening, a lot of transition. So personally, for me, these transitions have mixes to them. There's both really wonderful new possibilities showing up, and there's also loss and change and some grief that's showing up. And so when we're in the midst of that, it can really call for us to get a little bit broader and bigger to show up for the bigness of all of that, but also to allow ourselves just to settle in and draw inward to process all of that. At least that's what's been true for me. And, some of the changes have looked like helping my daughter launch and choose which college she's going to go to, saying goodbye to my mother in law who has lived with us for 4 years, and we have been her caregivers as a family. She has Alzheimer's, right? So we have really embraced her caregiving as part of our way of life, and it's time to allow others to be her primary caretakers. And also, there's this emerging element of coming back out into the world. We've been in the pandemic and our world have gotten, at least for us personally, have gotten rather small and tight. And this last weekend, my daughter and I traveled to Ohio. We got on an airplane. We're both vaccinated. It was so big. It was so big to open up. Some anxiety with that. And today I had my very first in-person session in over a year. It was incredible to sit in the room. We wore masks. It was safe. We had the window open, right? We had distance, but it felt so good to be face to face. So, a lot of change all at once. And I know that I need to really just take the time to metabolize all of that because it can be a little overwhelming and somewhat ungrounding at times. And, I guess that's really what I want to invite is just a moment of being with the impermanence or the letting go aspects and also the beauty, the preciousness that can arise when we recognize that things change. Right? I was standing in my garden today looking at these beautiful flowers that are blooming right now. We have tulips and we have hyacinths and we have daffodils, and they're so beautiful. And they're also very short-lived, right? They have their life, they fully bloom and then they die. And I guess that's part of what makes them really precious and to take the time to sit and allow in that beauty, knowing that it's only for a short period of time. So with change and the recognition that yes, all things pass, nothing is going to remain the same, it also invites us to pause and appreciate what is in a deeper sense. The other night when we were saying our family goodbye to my mother-in-law, at least in this shape and form of our relationship of her living in our home, we sat together, just tears rolling down our faces, holding hands, holding her with so much love and allowing the gift that it has been to care for her so deeply into our hearts and what we have learned and received in this precious 4 years of allowing her to be so close in this daily manner with our family. And not that her living elsewhere is going to change that love, but we all recognize that it won't be the same. So perhaps taking a moment in whatever might be moving, changing, evolving in your life as it currently presents itself or shows up for you, and giving yourself the gift of appreciating the people or the pets or the flowers in your garden, the experience of what and how they have touched you, what they've brought into your heart, what they've brought into your life. Allowing yourself to receive that, even to kind of breathe it in fully, to let yourself have the gift And then to also allow yourself to kind of honor what's true about letting that go, knowing that the flower is only temporary, that the child that launches for college, well, she'll be close. It won't be the same, right? Her life is changing, and ours will as well. I think that change can feel really frightening in its immediacy, but when we can also turn towards the way that it opens up appreciation, that it can feel a little bit less frightening. And the other tool that I'll kind of offer if this calls to you is for me to really locate where am I in this moment, so that there's some stability to all of the movement, right? If the river is moving along and sometimes has some rapids to it, but that the banks of the river have some stability and hold its flow, and that the kind of ground of the river underneath it and the rocks that are there have some solidity, and that the trees that grow along the banks, that those roots go nice and deep, right? So that even as they grow up into the world, that those roots allow the trees to not be uprooted or to topple over. So to locate myself and to feel what's happening in my inner landscape itself forms a kind of rootedness, so that the winds can come or the river can flow, but I can really sense where I am in space and what's happening inside, and that all I really need to do right now is just respond to that. Let's just respond to that, whatever moment of grief or sadness or joy or love, let's just hear. So I want to thank you for joining me on this little mini journey of the exploration of embracing change and attending to letting go, and what that can touch off for you, what it touches off for me. And I'll look forward to connecting again soon.